Oh, come on.
Anna is looking for a second date update today with a guy named Hank. Hi, Ariana. How are you?
Oh, it's so good to talk to you. I'm good.
Good. It sounds like a bit of relief. It's like, I got a hold of him.
Yep.
I don't know what the outcome will be.
I hope I don't get too humiliated. I've heard these before, and I'm like, I cringe sometimes. So I don't want that to happen to me, but I really like this guy. So I want to see what we can do.
You want some answers, damn it.
Well, do you think there's something humiliating that happened on the date that is sticking out in your mind that you're like, gosh, I hope it's not that?
I mean, I've racked my brain. I don't know. Nothing is coming to mind. Like, it really seemed good.
Well, then it's probably not anything humiliating.
I hope not.
It could just be someone else came into his life and any number of things that have nothing to do with you, but let's try to figure it out, do a little detective work. Why don't we start with how you met Hank, how the first date went, and we'll go from there.
Yeah. Well, we met on Tinder, and we met up for drinks. And, I mean, I think we, totally hit it off because here's the thing. So I'm a little clumsy, first of all. And this was before I even had a drink. I knew we were walking up to the bar, and I tripped a little, and he caught me, and I started to get embarrassed and everything. But he made this crack about, this was my big move.
Yeah, I had the same thought. That's funny.
Damsel in distress kind of thing.
Totally.
Save me. Big, handsome man
cute.
with the strong arms.
I was going to ask you if that was a move.
No, I wish. I wish I was that good. No, just clumsy. It's a thing.
Gotcha.
So, it was cheesy but funny. And, I just felt all of a sudden relaxed. I was like, okay, this is going to be good. And he's great. Oh my gosh, his smile is amazing. And, I was definitely feeling the chemistry, and we stayed for a while. We had several drinks, and I got up the guts to see if he wanted to come back to my place. And I don't know why I said this, but to watch The Crown. I don't know.
That's so funny.
So
Under
weird.
the guise of watching The
Let's go watch
Crown.
The Crown.
Hey, we both like The Crown. Want to come back to my place and watch The Crown?
Yeah.
It's so random.
I don't know. But he was like, yeah, for sure. So I was like, okay, I guess that was all right. So, we go back to my place, and he stays for a couple hours. We did some physical stuff, and it was good, but we didn't sleep together or anything.
Okay.
So I felt like that was all really good. And, he left. He actually kissed me goodbye and said that he'd talk to me later. So that seemed, as I play that in my mind 1,000 times, I'm like, okay, well, he said that. I don't know.
Anything about that vibe feel weird near the end?
I mean, I don't know. We were tired, it was late, but
Right.
It didn't, I thought it was really nice. I felt really good. You go on a date and you're like, oh, you're like, what, was that okay? Was I okay? You ask all those questions. I didn't do that until he didn't text me back.
Yeah. Right. That's the worst.
I
I was
just
just
can't
like, this
even.
is really
I can't
nice.
stand I'll talk to you later. I have a real issue with I'll talk to you later because I don't think most people mean it when they say I'll talk to you later. I think that when somebody says I'll talk to you later, they need to give you an exact time. I will call you later this afternoon. I will call you later today.
I will
Something.
talk to you before I die at some point, probably. Not sure.
Not specific enough.
Oh, got it. Okay. All right. Why don't we take a break, Ariana? And when we come back, we're going to call Hank, see what his definition of later is. How long has it been?
I mean, a week.
Long enough, damn it.
Yeah.
Long enough. That's more than later.
Is that more than later?
That's
Is
more
it-
than they,
Okay.
yes.
Well, then,
And did not respond.
yeah, right. Okay. When we come back, we'll call Hank and we'll see what's up. His second date update continues right here. Cincinnati's Q102. Ariana met Hank on Tinder, got together for drinks. Ariana's a little clumsy, pulled the whole tripped at the bar into his arms trick, which she swears is
I
not
like
a
it.
move.
That's a risky one, though. If that is your move, that's a risky one. Because what if he didn't catch you, or what if the trip was bigger than you intended it to be, and you do, end up falling flat on your face?
Oh my gosh.
Okay.
I wish I would be the one, if I tried to do it, I would be the one who would knock my teeth out or something.
Yeah, I mean, there is something kind of adorable about a certain amount of clumsiness.
There is something, and I think there are a lot of men out there that like that feeling of saving someone, being
careful.
Yes. Oh, easy.
You said he's got a great smile, and you felt like the chemistry was just off the charts. He made you feel very much at ease. Enough so that you got up the courage to invite him back to your place to watch The Crown. That's so
Which
fun.
I love.
No sex, but you may have gotten a little physical without going into details, but no sex. A kiss goodbye. A couple hours later, it was late. A talk to you later, and that was the end of that.
Yeah.
Okay. You ready to call Hank? This is the moment of truth right here, Ariana.
This is it.
So what do I have to lose, right?
What do you have to lose?
What do you got to lose?
Except your dignity.
Yeah.
I'm kidding. That's a joke.
Oh.
Hello?
Hi, Hank.
Yes.
There he is. How you doing, bud? It's Jeff and Jen. Q102. What's going on?
Hey, morning, guys. How's it going?
Good. You been busy?
Staying busy, brother. How about you?
Same. I'll tell you what. You know who we talked to, weirdly, coincidentally?
I cannot guess.
Ariana.
Oh, Ariana. Are you guys calling me for a second date update? Is that what this is?
Maybe. Could be. Possibly.
Wow. Oh,
Wow.
man. On the hot seat. That's crazy.
Well, no pressure. It's just us. I mean, we're just talking here. No biggie.
That's true. It's like old friends.
Yeah.
Wow. Well, I don't know. So I'm assuming you've already talked to Ariana.
Yeah, she said you're a great guy. And you couldn't have been more of a gentleman. She was under the impression you guys might reconnect at some point, but you've been a little scarce, understandably. If you've been busy, just wanted to check in and see what was up.
God, that's so nice that she said that. And she is a great girl too. I don't want to hurt anyone's feeling or embarrass her because she's very cute. We had a good time when we spent time together, but full transparency, she did this thing that really freaked me out while we were together the last time I saw her, and it just wasn't sitting right. And so we hung out. I didn't sleep with her, or we didn't sleep together. Things didn't get that far, but we were certainly being intimate, and there's just something that happened that just make it seem like we are not a very good fit. I don't know what she told you, but
she didn't go into any real detail on that front. I think her biggest concern was, gee, I hope putting myself out here for this guy who, that's a huge compliment to you. I just hope I'm not humiliated. Would this be considered humiliating?
Not humiliating. It's just weird. And let me just say that it's just not for me. So when we were kissing and doing all of our stuff, she had her eyes open the whole time, and I know it's just such a weird thing, but it was freaking me out, man. I was down there, her eyes were on me, and then she was down there, and she was just she was staring at me, and she was fixating. There was no blinking, and I didn't know if we were about to go to the next level, or if she was about to wrap me in cellophane wrap and murder me. I just couldn't. There was just
So
no
funny.
blinking.
No.
I don't know if it was an attempt to be sexy, but it was just so distracting, and it really messed with my mojo, man, and my ability to focus and to get in the moment. And I don't know, I can't stop thinking about those, just the whites of her eyeballs just fixated on me, and it really freaked me out. It just wasn't for me. And,
That's so funny. See, I think eye contact is one of the sexiest things ever.
Well, it depends. Yeah, I suppose it depends. Like he's saying, he wasn't sure by the look in her eyes.
How to take it,
if
right.
It's in certain moments, I will agree with you. It is.
Yeah.
And other moments,
Not
maybe
so much.
now's not the time.
No. All right. Anything else on that front, Hank? You want to add, or should I bring in Ariana?
No, I know it's. I guess it's nice to know that that it is an attractive quality. I feel like there's opportunities to break from the gaze and then like reconnect and things like that. And I don't know. To me that was the part of the chemistry that wasn't working and not meshing well. And I just didn't think that. I just don't know if Ariana is for me at the end of the day.
Okay. Can we bring in Ariana in this conversation? Because I find this really fascinating, your point about eye contact and the type of eye contact. Ariana, you still with us?
I'm here. I don't think that's true. I would keep my eyes open the whole time.
Oh, you don't think you did that?
No. I mean, sometimes, I like to see, like what's going on. I want to like read, how he was feeling. So I know.
You're a visual person.
Totally.
Yeah.
But from what I remember, like he was having a really good time. Like there was like no indication that he was uncomfortable, weirded out. So like, I don't know. I'm kind of like floored here. This like doesn't make any sense.
Well, there are some who feel that if you're having an intimate moment, there are those who argue that if you have to close your eyes through the whole thing, that you're not really with that person, that you're gone to another place or you're fantasizing about someone or something else.
Yeah. It's really hard to call out the wrong name when you're looking at the person.
That's true.
I just like the more I hear it, the more that I feel like I'm in the wrong. And Ariana, I feel silly for this being such a reason to not call someone. I know it's not super nice etiquette, but I just can't shake this uncomfortable feeling that I had in the moment that we were being together. And I'm just sorry. Like, even if it is me, I just can't escape the fact that you had your eyes fixated on me in a way that just really just left me with an uneasy feeling in my physical body.
That's interesting that you really felt like her eyes were on you and she doesn't really think she did that. That's fascinating.
It's literally a nightmare that I'm having. I still feel like I am just being watched constantly by these eyes that just don't blink.
Now that sounds a little dramatic.
That does seem a little over the top.
Wow. I don't even... there's no words, but yeah, maybe I can't. Whatever.
Yeah. Okay.
I'm sure there's a guy out there that'll be totally into that, like Jeff.
It's all the eyes, man.
I do remember you saying how much you loved Kristen's eyes. Now I'm attaching a whole nother meaning to that. Now there's another, there's a little bit more there.
Eyes are the window to the soul, right?
Oh, yeah.
Hank, Ariana, we thank you both for coming on Second Date Update. I'm sorry we weren't able to get a second date, but we appreciate you both coming on and putting yourselves out there in a way.
Well, thanks, Jeff and Jen, and sorry again, Ariana.
Yeah, me too. Just, to text people back, you can say no.